Bill O'Reilly here, Thursday, July 7th, 2022. You are listening to the O'Reilly Update. Here's what's happening across our nation. Fewer Americans have confidence in the presidency than at any other time in history. Joe Biden exports oil to China. Homicides in Los Angeles on pace to smash records. Florida crowned the shark bite capital of the world. Also ahead, why Americans do not trust the media. But first, a new survey from Gallup finds less than a quarter of voters have confidence in the president. That is the lowest number since pollsters began asking the question. Just 13% of us think this country is on the right track. 86% feel the USA is moving in the wrong direction. The most trusted commander-in-chief of modern times, Ronald Reagan. By the way, British Prime Minister Boris Johnson resigned today because he's incompetent. Don't be surprised if President Biden does the same thing next year. The Biden administration exporting more than 5 million barrels of oil from the U.S. Emergency Reserve to China. That was supposed to be to lower gas prices here, the reserve release. According to a report from Reuters, the oil ended up not only in China, but in the Netherlands and India. No explanation thus far from the Biden administration. Murders in Los Angeles smashing records. LA reporting 180 homicides through June, up 13% compared to last year. The LAPD believes that figure will rise another 40% by August. 4 in 10 Angelenos say they feel unsafe in their own neighborhoods. Soon, the LA County District Attorney will be subject to a recall vote for not doing his job. Florida retaining its title as the shark bite capital of the world for the fourth year in a row. The Sunshine State accounts for 60% of all shark attacks in America and 38% worldwide. On average, 30 people are bitten every year in Florida by sharks, most near Daytona Beach. Polls show 33% of all Americans are afraid to swim in the ocean. But the odds of a shark bite are 1 in 4 million. In a moment, hate the press? You'll want to listen to my commentary. Next. No one likes to think about household breakdowns, but they happen and more often than you'd like. That's why it pays to have a plan from American Home Shield. They will help cover the cost to repair and replace things like your air conditioning, refrigerator, roof leaks, or even your flat screen TV. They will help you find just the right coverage because they know that no two homes are the same. And they will not limit your coverage based on the age of your appliances. Let American Home Shield become your trusted ally to keep your home running smoothly and affordably. Prepare now, and you will thank yourself later. So please join today. Get $50 off their most comprehensive plans ever. Go to ahs.com/bill. Save $50 on any plan. That's ahs.com/bill. American Home Shield, be sure with the Shield, service fees, limitations, and exclusions apply. See plan for details. Time now for the O'Reilly Update message of the day. Bad days for the press. Now, I've been a journalist for 46 years. I know I started when I was 12, and I can tell you the industry is at its lowest point in all that time. In fact, only 11% of Americans say they have a great deal of confidence in TV news and newspapers. According to a new Gallup poll of 1,000 adults, journalism is in major trouble. Asked, do you trust television news? Only 4% of Americans say, yeah, I do a great deal. 7%, a lot. Some 35%, and a whopping 49% don't trust the TV news industry. 49%, half. On to newspapers. A great deal of trust, 5%. Quite a lot, 11%. Some 37%. Very little or none, 43%. That's 80% of Americans not having a lot of enthusiasm about newspapers. Here's what's going on. Back in the 1970s, television news was not required by the companies that owned the various agencies to make a ton of money. A little profit was okay. But then in 1996, the Fox News Channel began, and a few years later, the O'Reilly factor popped up in prime time. Over a 16-year period, the O'Reilly factor made billions, with a B, of dollars for News Corporation, which owned Fox News. Every other corporation saw that profit, saw the incredible amount of money that FNC was making. And so they said, we're going to do this too. Then Donald Trump entered politics, and that gave all of the networks, CNN and MSNBC, an excuse to dump fair news coverage and do a hate Trump cycle. So the 70 million Americans who voted for Donald Trump noticed that and turned against all of the corporate media, with the exception of FNC. And sometimes the Fox News Channel didn't cover Trump fairly because they were kissing his butt. Sometimes. So you had a complete destruction of fair and balanced news coverage, factual information given to Americans. And the newspapers were always that way. New York Times, Washington Post, LA Times, always left-wing newspapers. So now Americans say, why should I buy the newspaper unless I'm a progressive? Or why should I waste my time watching television news across the board because I know I'm not being told the truth? And that is what is going on. I'm Bill O'Reilly. I approve the message by writing it. If you'd like more honest news analysis, please visit BillO'Reilly.com. And I hope you'll consider my best-selling book, Killing the Killers. Great summer read. In a moment, something you might not know. Inflation at its highest level in 40 years, and interest rates are skyrocketing, as you know. Market experts like Jamie Dimon, CEO of JP Morgan, predicting recession. So to protect your future, do what I did. Call the only precious metal dealers I trust, American Hartford Gold. They will show you how to protect your savings and retirement accounts by diversifying your portfolio with physical gold and silver. You can get started with a short phone call. They will place physical gold and silver right at your door or inside your IRA or 401k. They are the highest rated firm in the country with an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau and thousands of satisfied clients. Please tell them Bill O'Reilly sent you, and they'll give you up to $2,500 of free silver on your first order. Don't wait. You can call them now. 877-444-GOLD. 877-444-GOLD. Or text GOLD to 65532. Again, 877-444-GOLD or text GOLD to 65532. Now the O'Reilly Update brings you something you might not know. 157 years ago today, 4 convicted conspirators were hanged in Washington, D.C. for their roles in the killing of President Abraham Lincoln. The public executions ended months of national mourning following Lincoln's assassination. Here is the story behind one of America's greatest crimes. Lincoln's murder was carried out by Confederate sympathizer John Wilkes Booth, an actor, 5 days after the surrender of General Robert E. Lee at Appomattox Courthouse in Virginia. Booth had been planning the assassination for months, even attending Lincoln's second inaugural address. 42 days later, he did pull the trigger at Ford's Theater. The plot was this: Booth and his crew would eliminate Abraham Lincoln, General U.S. Grant, Secretary of State Seward, and Vice President Johnson, all on the same day. However, the only person killed was Mr. Lincoln. The search to find Booth was the largest manhunt in American history at that time. More than 10,000 soldiers, police officers, civilians scoured D.C. and the surrounding countryside to find Booth. Authorities offered a $100,000 bounty for his capture, dead or alive. It was the first time photographs were used on a wanted poster. John Wilkes Booth was ultimately found hiding in a Virginia barn 12 days after the killing. He was shot in the neck by Boston Corbett, a police officer, and died within hours. 8 other accomplices were then taken into custody, 4 sentenced to death. On July 7th, 1865, David Harold, Lewis Powell, George Atzerodt, and Mary Surratt were all hanged together for helping Booth execute Lincoln. And here's something else you might not know. The boarding house where Surratt and Booth orchestrated the assassination of Lincoln still stands. For those looking to check out a little history while you're in D.C., the building is now a karaoke bar. For more incredible facts about the Lincoln assassination, please pick up a copy of my best-selling book, Killing Lincoln, the first in the Killing series. Back after this. From logistical problems to increased demands, it can be overwhelming for a small business owner to manage. I know, I run 3 companies. Truth is, the businesses thriving right now are the ones who are forward-thinking. Podium helps your small business stay ahead of the curve with modern messaging tools that make communication issues a thing of the past. Nobody wants to wait an hour when the answer they are looking for only takes a minute to explain. So if you are running a business and the only way to get in touch with you is a business phone number, you may be losing customers. Podium gives businesses the tools to compete with the convenience offered by huge companies like Amazon. See how Podium can grow your business. Please watch a demo today at podium.com/bill. That's podium.com/bill. Podium. Let's grow. Thank you for listening to the O'Reilly Update. I am Bill O'Reilly. No spin, just facts, and always looking out for you.